Good morning and welcome to Wellbeing Wednesday. For reasons that I shall put in the write-up, we've almost lost the will to live, and I really will. My heartfelt thanks to Kelly Drewett, who's joining me today, because this has been an absolute nightmare. Kelly from KD Web, SEO website designer. And today we're going to talk about people that have some people think the awesome opportunity actually to just sit in front of their computers all day. But it's not that great, is it?
Not really, not for good for your health in so many ways, but yes. Thank you for having me as well, by the way. But yeah, just this conversation came out of just talking about how much screen time I think a website designer gets, and other people that do online stuff, as well as small business owners like yourself. We sit in front of the computer all the time.
We do, and actually it's quite detrimental to your health, isn't it? There's a lot of things that it can affect. Tell me some of the things that you've been going through, and also you know other people have been going through as well.
Yeah, it's just doing all this networking at the moment and some groups that I'm in, talking to other website designers. It's that fatigue that you feel after you've been sat in front of the screen for 8 hours plus. People tend not move around because you kind of get stuck into that work, don't you? And you're sort of, just trying to finish, trying to meet deadlines, trying to finish your work, and sort of mentally, I guess, ending up tired, beating yourself up about things. And I just wanted to get it across some of the things that I now put into practice that really help me to do well online, to do a full day's work.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know, what do you do? I do a lot of exercise. I try to make sure that I exercise at least once a day. I know it's really hard when people haven't got very much time on their hands, but I think it is one of those things you need to put in your diary and make sure that you do it.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a real terror because I don't diarise exercise. And I was really conscious of the fact that I wasn't getting away from my computer. And I don't know about you, but Zoom calls, networking on Zoom, is absolutely great, but it really is tiring.
It is tiring.
I remember my husband saying to me, well, why are you tired? You've just been upstairs on your laptop all day. And I'm kind of like, oh, I'm exhausted. But yeah, so one of the things I did, which was probably a bit nuts, was go and get a dog.
I was just about to mention Gus, that he's the perfect thing to get you out walking every day.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I go out in the mornings before I sit down at my computer now. I have a really good excuse to come away from my computer at lunchtime. When the weather's hot like this, we just have a sit in the garden and a mess about with the dog. And then again, sort of later on in the day when it starts to cool down, turn everything off, go out with Gus.
See, even that for me, it's kind of like that meditation. I was never into meditation. I thought that was a little bit hippie, but actually, if you think about it, it's just turning your brain off for a minute or 10 minutes. And sitting out in the garden with Gus sounds like the best way to just chill your brain.
And in some ways, I'm really lucky because Gus hasn't really learned yet. So it's like I can't sit out there in the garden or go for a walk with him and think about work because I'm having to concentrate on what he's doing and stopping him eating snails and stopping him chasing the dogs and all that kind of thing. So it really takes me away from work completely. But there's other things, aren't there? There's a couple of people we know.
Yes.
We're going to give a shout out to because
contacts.
They specialise in exercise and getting people motivated. So come on in. Who are they?
The wonderful Sarah Southey. So we've got her, and she is a personal trainer, but she does it in a different way. She's quite relaxed. I think, like both of us, we're quite sort of chilled out. You know, you don't have to be completely dedicated to exercise to do the exercise and to keep healthy and fit. And it's exercising your brain as well as your body. And that's exactly what Sarah does. So that's great. I go to Ali Bell's online classes, and that gives me a time and a place that I have to be, a bit of accountability, I guess, and I have to go to these online classes because I've signed up. and they're available all the time. So I think she does 6 a week, something like that. So I don't do that many, but yeah.
What kind of classes are they?
So these are boxercise classes. It's called boxercise.
Yeah.
You can do it anywhere. You just literally need a little bit of room to move around in. But she also does HIIT and circuits too. So it's really varied, and it's just really good fun.
That
always,
sounds really, really good.
Always around the music, yeah.
I must admit, I quite fancy the boxercise. I might look into that.
Yeah, come. It's really
I've got
fun.
a feeling that Gus won't actually leave me alone to jump around.
Yeah.
I think he'll be joining in. Also, there's some like good habits and things to think about, isn't there?
Yeah. Water is a huge one.
I hate drinking water.
So it's so funny because actually, when your body is dehydrated, you can get stressed. So it adds to that stress. So if you've got water near you, and I thought a really good tip was someone said, oh, half fill the bottle, and that gets you standing up all the time. So regularly moving around, you have to get up, go and fill your bottle up, and you're then moving around.
That's quite a good idea, actually, because there's the psychological side of that as well, isn't there? Because if you've only got half a bottle, you can kind of pat yourself on the back a little bit when you finish it.
Yeah, instead of having this huge thing that you have to sort of face. Yeah, exactly. So I think there's a
bottle of water, and it's like I'm sipping, but it never seems to get any lighter. I've never
half full. Great idea.
I like that. And you were talking about morning stretch and afternoon sweat.
Morning sweat, afternoon stretch, because then you can. I mean, it depends on how you feel, really you just have to set your day up to suit you. I love sweating in the morning because it just gets all that kind of, I don't know, any toxins out, and whatever you've been, bottles you've been drinking the night before, or anything like that, it just sets you up for the day. So sweating in the morning, and then I usually do a stretch in the afternoon. So again, I used to think yoga was a little bit sort of, I don't know. Woo-woo, exactly. Good word for me, but I absolutely love it. I've been doing it the last 5 years, and it is stretching and strengthening, and it just, again, gets your mind back into the right space. It doesn't have to be as woo-woo it can be as woo-woo as you want it to be, really. So yeah, another good one.
Excellent. And I mean, the last tip, stand up every 30 minutes. Just find a reason, even if it's just to stand up, turn around and sit back down again. Just stand up every 30 minutes. I think that's really, really important.
And we were talking about those stand-up desks, weren't we, as well? I don't know if anyone's got one of these, but I think they're just such a good idea. I'm going to be looking into one myself, because you can put them on a different level and then sit down. So you can do these different levels where you're moving around and you're not just sat down on your bum all day. So
absolutely. And I'm going to connect you with Gareth Robertson from Design Pit, because I know that he's got a stand-up desk.
I want to hear all about that.
So you two can have a chat and weigh out the pros and cons. Listen, for anybody that's sat in front of a computer all day, and let's face it, probably at least 60% of roles now involve sitting in front of a computer for a period of time. It's really important. Get up, do a bit of exercise, go out with the dog, drink water, all those things that you really know that you should be doing, and just help you have a better lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly. Just keeping that mental health, really, which is exactly what you're all about, Sandy. So thanks to you.
Thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute delight. And keep healthy, keep working, and we'll talk again soon.
Awesome. See you soon.
Bye.